here.
Yay. Okay.
I'm just gonna fill up my water quick.
Oh, get like stream quality choices now. Smoother video, slideshow, custom. Oh, I think I'll choose slideshow. Okay, ignore the background noise. So, anyways, let's start. Let me know when everyone's in. I started streaming. Oh, just.
I'm in.
Oh, hi. Let's open Epic Pen because, you know, all the boomers use this tool. Huh? Hey, where the fuck is my mouse cursor? Okay, so, okay, oh my god. Okay, give me 5 more seconds. Back, sorry. So let me see. So Distill, can you, and you hopped in, or, oh. Okay, I better not reveal team office. Alright, anyways, let's start. So, yeah, let's look at King's Row. And, like, they're running, like, a Brawl Comp Ryan Zarya, and they're running this weird, you know, backline, and we're running, like, you know, the Reaper Sombra comp. So, before we go into this, like, let's discuss, like, what do they want us to do? Like, what are they looking for? Like, what type of fight are they looking for?
Oh, this is looking like a brawl comp for sure. They're wanting us to push in.
And like more importantly, they want us to push in. Like, in what way?
Right at the front. They don't want us peeking at their back line.
Yeah, they want us breaking in from the front. In which case, this like, you know, comp excels at. But how do we want to like engage against this? How do we say like, no, fuck you? We're gonna like engage another way. We're gonna engage our way. Like, how do we do that?
What are like the high ground to the hotel?
But like more generally, what do you want to go on? What do we want to force them to do?
You definitely want to take high ground from them.
Yep, and more importantly, want to go on. Do you want to go on front line or do you want to go on back line?
I mean, you would definitely want to. You would want to take multiple angles on this comp, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like, but in terms of like, you know, where do we want to like? Do we really want to like, you know, head on like forehead into Rhine, or do we want to go for like the back line and like notice what this back line is doing right now? Look at the distance; they're kind of split. So
oh yeah.
So you can either like kill them here, or we can force them to drop. In which case we could just collapse on them. So let's see how we do it. So so firstly, there's a Reaper here. We must clear the Reaper. We must clear the Reaper. Okay, Reaper teleports back. That's good enough, I guess. But right here, there was a bit of a miscommunication, and I'm gonna say this like so Bebop's gonna be away for like one in like, you know, half weeks, right? So Bubby, like, I want you to be like you know, calling out stuff for now, and I'll go over it with you, like, you know, just before next scrim. Like, you're gonna be the shot caller now, but like right here, this is a miscommunication. So we try to go into Zarya, right? But like, you know, we split apart, and yeah, and right here we just reset. We already lost two.
I think that one was my fault because I was I didn't know we were going like I know we said the stairs a lot, but for some reason my brain didn't process we were going up the stairs like behind the hotel. That was my bad.
Yeah, it's okay. So we lose stagger. That happens. So right here, let's see. We try to do a rotation, and okay, let's speed this a bit. So we try to rotate. We just jump and like we try to like clear the high ground. We try to like take the high ground. Good. And we take the high ground from them. We force the supports to drop. But like here's a problem. We used our bubble. And the thing is that like this bubble is very, very important for engaging. Like without this bubble, like unless we have like some ultimates, we cannot engage. We have to like, what do we have to do now? Like with that we use this bubble. Like this bubble wasn't necessary. I think we could have forced out the Reaper, but it is what it is. Like we use this bubble. What should we do like at this moment?
Wait for
Hang out
bubble
there
and
for
then go.
12 seconds.
Yeah, and why can we hang out there for 12 seconds? What can they do to us from this
Nothing.
position? They can just sit there and be like, hey, hello, how's your day? So, let's see what we do instead. So without our bubble, I think we go drop and then we just drop on the enemy without bubble. And more importantly, let's take a look at how we like take this engage. So like we drop here, but like since we don't have the bubble, like we're forced to do this awkward, like we're forced to like shuffle back here, and then like from there like we're fighting in very close space. Like the thing is like with this comp we want to avoid fighting in very close space if necessary against like a brawl comp. And why against this comp you won't be fighting here?
Because their tanks excel in close spaces.
Yeah, because their tanks are even better than ours in like very close spaces. Like if this was like, if this was like something like Orisa Sigma, would you fight in here?
I mean, you could, but like it would be like same thing. They could like Orisa Sig could kite back, but at the same time, like nothing's stopping them from just W king into you.
Well, with Orisa Sigma, the thing is that like they're good at range, but like once you close the distance, they're kind of useless. So if this was like a spam comp like Orisa Sigma, then like we could fight in here because like our comp is better than them in like close space. But like against this comp, comp is even better than us in close space. We should not be looking to like stabilize here, and this will actually like be a problem like a few minutes later. Stay tuned. So okay, now we have Coalescence. And firstly, why are we like forward, like right here? We should not be like standing forward like this. And what is the reason? It's with this comp in particular, but what's the reason we shouldn't be standing like right here before the engage, like before we rotate? So which comp wins in a spam battle, like in a poke war? I mean.
The one with the McCree, for sure.
Yeah, the one with the Kree. And our comp has, like, as good as it is in, like, explosive engages, it's dog shit in terms of poke. So, like, there is no reason for us to stand in the open. We have to, like, when we're trying to, like, regroup like this, like, don't even face the enemy. Just, like, hide yourself from the enemy. So, one way we could do this is that, like, we could, like, have people, like, set up here, and then, like, we look to, like, do the same rotation again. Or if you want to engage through main, then we just look to, like, hold this corner, but like, we should not be, like, forward before, like, we actually engage or rotate on this comp. Because, like, look at what they can do, like, right now. Well, to be fair, like, we can look to, like, D.Va and Lucio can, like, escape, but, like, they can, like, just run into us and force out our cooldowns and delay our engage. So, okay, we back out of choke. We have Cole though, so we should be looking to... Okay, what's the problem with this engage? What are we doing right now?
We're letting the back line get free heals and sustain.
More importantly, we're breaking in from the front. And like against this comp, is it really that good to break in from the front?
No.
So, like, what should we be doing? Like, either one of these two things. So first, we have Cole, so we can kind of be more aggressive with our jump. But, so like, what's the problem with, like, this bubble in particular? Like, when you pop the bubble, that most likely means that you're committed. But, like, What's the problem with this bubble? And using so many cooldowns here. So what do we want our bubble to do?
Cut off the heals
Yeah.
from their tanks.
Yeah, cut off the heals, but like what are we cutting off right now?
Nothing.
We're just giving them something convenient to shoot at. So like this bubble like is not ideal. And also like the second problem with our plan is that like what's the only target that we can focus right now? Like realistically. We used our we haven't used our leap yet, but I think we should here, but like what target can we focus for, like realistically here? What's the only target?
Probably the McCree.
Yeah, Kree, but like even then, let's see if Kree like use roll. Kree can roll back and try to kite, but like now that we commit our bubble, our bubble's like our leash. Like what's the only target close to our bubble right now? And it's a very, very bad target.
That would be the Nanoed Rhine.
Yeah, the Nanoed Rhine, and the Nanoed Rhine just barrels into us and we lose. So what we should have done here is like either we should have like jumped in and like, you know, look to like bubble deeper, and what this will do is that like you see this Ana on high ground, this Ana will be forced to like drop into like our like concave, into like, you know, our like engage and risk her like herself, and this break is what the fuck is she doing? And like this Reaper is kind of useless in this position for peeling. So like if we just like were more aggressive with this, we don't like play scared like this, but like instead we just go in. We recognize that like they're playing very split, so that like we just like pop the bubble like somewhere here, and these people would be either dead or like they'll be forced to use so many cooldowns that like we'll just build EMP and just pop it on them. Easy win. But like right here we try to break in from the front and boom. And so with this comp, like you don't want to break in from the front. You either want to like rotate rotate around the front and like try to go on the back line, or like if you have ultimate C's, you just jump and try to like place bubble to separate enemies. But like with this comp, we're not going to like have head-on battles with Rhine. Now the enemy team is kind of stupid. And we get to good. So and like we're in near the statue. We're 6v4, right? So why are we being so passive here? And also, why is this bubble bad?
Because it's not cutting off anything, it's
Yeah.
not blocking anything.
All it is blocking damage. Like, it isn't blocking damage, the enemy's backing up. And, like, when the enemy's backing up, like, you don't want them to escape. Like, you just... Like, imagine we hopped on this Ana. And we are 6v4 for now. Like, if we hopped on this Ana, they'd be dead. And, like, when you have such an advantage like this, like, there's no reason to be scared of Rhine. Like, Rhine looks scary. Like, he has a lot of armor. He looks like, you know, buff. But, like, Rhine is slow as fuck. And, like, if we just go in their backline, what can the Rhine really do? Like, especially as they don't have Lucio. Like, nothing. This Rhine would just be sitting here blocking air. We just need to, like, either jump in, or, like, we could rotate through Hotel and look to, like, go on, like, you know, backline. But, like, we should not be looking to break in from the front. Like, if anything, like, this Rhine, like, is strong. You're playing into the Rhine strength right now, even though the Rhine should not have a strength. And EMP would not have been necessary if we tried to go through the back, not the front. And we kind of overcommit. But it's okay, like, ult usage I'm not too concerned with right now. Like, ult over usage. I'm more concerned about us, like, actually using ults right now. So great, we break in. And we lose 2, but it's okay. This comp kind of sucks when it comes to sustain. And we wasted so many ults so we couldn't sustain a fight there. So, or Sombra... So where should the Sombra be set up right now? And more importantly, and secondly, should we be really concerned about cart?
Not right there.
Yeah, and
The Sombra should probably be set up on high ground above Mega, behind them.
yeah, like we should be set up. Oh, like right here, or
Well, I was thinking a little further back.
Oh, like right here. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
So like right here, or like anywhere behind, really. But like, in order to be successful with this comp, we need to be set up our Sombra like somewhere behind. So Devout, like when I say like set during those like scrims, like set up behind, like I want you to like go really deep, like really behind, because like you're Sombra, you have a lot of mobility, you have a lot of escape potential. So like you can just like cloak here and then we just set up behind. But like what can we do like while our Sombra is setting up behind? What rotation options do we have?
High ground and drop on them.
And who can we drop on? Like what are potential like targets? Oh, not this. Look what this Ana is doing. She's playing wannabe ML7 right now. And when I say wannabe ML7, like ML7, like is actually is questionable positioning in my opinion. Just that he uses the mechanics to bail him out a lot. But like this Ana's playing like really damn split from the team, and like if we rotated here, like could we potentially like have like exploit this opportunity? And even if this Ana like smartens up and kites back, then like what does, and if we try to get behind a choke, what does it do?
It pretty much just nullifies the fact that it's a choke. It lets the team get behind it and set up a different angle.
Yes, exactly. Like if we rotate all the way here, or like we could even like drop from this window. That's fine if they're set up like if they set up their back line right here. But like if we should not be trying to go through the choke, or like we should be trying to like split attention through the choke. And like with this comp, like the reason that we can't just like send like some one or two like here is because like they can really easily poke us out. So we have to like kind of like rotate as a core, like over the choke or past it. So we lose our Sombra and we commit the bubble. But what should we be doing now? Should we be right here?
Not trying to get high ground.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to be right here. So we pop the coal and we engage through the choke. Let's see if we... And this bubble is a bit too shallow because, as you can see, it doesn't cut off anyone. And since we're trying to like break in head on, like why didn't we like just... So like what was our plan here? Like we coal engage and then now what? We don't have our Sombra set up behind. We don't have our Sombra set up behind here. We aren't like really close to the enemy backline. Like we're still really far from them. But and like this like comp can, and like with this Rein can just literally hold the choke, and when we go in, he gets 5-man swings with like Nano, which is very bad. So definitely don't try to break in from the front. Find like more like specifically like don't go in like the way they want you to go in. Always play dirty. Try to break in from like sides that they don't expect. Like we don't even have to go high ground necessarily. We could like, for example, try to rotate here. Try to fake a rotation and then look to maybe drop and then rotate through here. Or like we could, again, we can go high ground, or there's this option as well. But we have multiple options. We just have to exercise one of them. So, right here, where should Sombra be moving right now? Should Sombra be like chilling here?
No.
What should Sombra be doing right now?
She should definitely be working her way behind on the Ana.
Yeah, like this comp plays really stacked together, and this means that it kind of sucks at scouting for like people, and they're playing fucking Zarya as well. So like Sombra should have like the freest time, like not only like getting behind, but also like farming them as well if possible. But like when you're against like this comp that is like so bad at like spy checking, like Sombra can literally just say, hey, goodbye team, I'll just like go on my own adventure. And like we just need to like set up Sombra behind at first. So there's a Kree high nooning, trying to high noon behind. We collapse on the Kree, good. Good, now the choke is weakened a bit. And but like the problem is like, what's the problem with this engage? Let's look at like the outside this area. What's the problem?
It's the same thing. We're still just going in main, and we should be like diving.
Yeah, but more importantly, look at the setup right now. Let me actually see it. The overlay might be deceiving. I mean, this is okay. I thought it was like somewhere here, my bad. But like the thing is just that like we're 6v5 and we did get a hack. We can like try to go in. We can try like, you know, land a dive on like, you know, this Ana, for example. But like, let's look at how we actually engage. What's wrong with this bubble?
Still shallow.
Yeah, it's really shallow. It doesn't cut off anything. But like, why are we playing so scared with our cooldowns? Like like in this comp, Winston, like you can, like if you can save jump, then you can. But like right here, can you really save jump? If you try to like jump all the way behind here, they can just really poke you out. So like, and like with this comp in particular, like you have like 6 people with you. You can survive in the backline for quite a bit. So like, why aren't we just like looking to like, hey, just jump on backline and like just get this on, and this on is dead. But instead, like, what are we doing right now? I'll draw arrows until we answer this.
We're doing exactly what they want us to do.
Yeah, we're trying to break in from the front. And this comp really likes when we try to break in from the front. Like this Ryan's looks like he's having fun. I mean, like it's a bit epileptic, but you know,
it just looks like we're trying to play dive as a brawl comp.
Yeah.
Like we're playing brawl.
I mean, this is like a very brawly comp, but like it's special in that like we should look to attack from angles instead of trying to break in from the front. Like against a brawl comp in particular, like you can't even like, you could even play like a bit split, like, you know, for example, like Yami, you could look to you don't necessarily have to stay stacked against this comp and why.
Because I'm gonna have a hard time breaking through the front, and it's probably better if I go through the sides.
And like against this brawl comp, like let's say you're like right here, and do they really have anything to like, you know, mark you or poke you out or stop you? They're running brawl, so they have to play together. They're not running something like, you know, ball tracer, and where they can just like go on you and discord you and like, you know, like, you know, clear you out easily. Like this brawl comp, if they want to deal with you, like they have to deal with you as a team, and that would just make space. So like, more importantly, like against like this comp, like they're running fucking Zarya. They can't even contest like high grounds really easily. So like Yami, you could literally just say, hey, goodbye team. I'll just like set up on the high ground behind here. Or like I can set up like over here, and then like I can engage with like from behind. So like, you know, it's like we want to like try to like engage from like a different angle against this comp. Like this comp, it exchanges like map control, which means like it can't really like control the flanks that well. It exchanges it for like pure like brawl power. Like it can fight really frontal battles like very well. But if we split their attention and engage from multiple sides, then like this comp sucks. They only have D.Va. So, and they use grab, they use nano, nice own economy. Man, this EMP, I'm not a fan. But anyways, so we overcommitted EMP there, but that's okay. Not the main focus of today's review. So,
60 seconds remaining.
Right here, we're trying to rotate from the top, and as you can see, we rotate, don't hesitate. And when we look at that, look at this break. What is she doing? It starts with an F.
Our best.
Well, if this is her best, I'll take it. So, anyways, so we recognize this brig is kind of stupid, and we go on the brig. Good. The thing is, we didn't have to pop bubble here. It's just a solo brig, and even though she popped rally, if we burst her down enough, then it's good. But like, we go here, and great, we got the brig. What do we have to do like right now, though?
You have to wait to reset your cooldowns.
Yep. So like, what we should do here is that like we should like try to. They have no speed, so it's gonna be really easy. So like we have Bebop DM here, and then like we just look to like maybe like you know chill maybe in this corner, or like we can chill like in here, but I don't like it because like then like the Rhine can just hold like us in this choke, but like we just look to like stabilize, wait for our cooldowns. I think this would be the best position because it allows us good access to their backline. So right here we. But what do we do instead? We have Primal, but the problem is like
30 seconds remaining.
and we do get one, so well I guess since we have Primal it might be fine.
30 seconds remaining.
But we do lose, but like because we did not stabilize, like the safest option here would have been definitely to stabilize, but because we don't stabilize, let's look at our cooldowns right now. Bebop's good DM management. Let's see. We use Amp. We didn't actually use a lot of cooldowns to chase that kill, but like if we like stabilize here, then like we could have like had a bit more time to just really choose our target because right here, what are we doing again? And we have ultimates to back it up, so it's okay, but like, is it really ideal for us to like break over from the front again? Or like, should we look to like say, hey, we should look to, you know, stay here and look for fish for a target, and then like we can break in from the back. So that would be the most ideal thing. Well, we stabilize and then we look to break from the front, but because we don't like break from, because we look to break from the front, then like it takes a bit of time for us to like secure the kills, and more importantly, let's see how this Kree kind of clutches it.
30 seconds
Well, at least like we do get the kill. So because we finally break through this choke. We get the hack on the Rhine, which does slow down the Rhine, even though it's not something you can really follow up on. So who might be like a good card pusher here?
D.Va.
Yeah, D.Va can be a good card pusher because D.Va bomb, like Bebop doesn't have D.Va bomb yet, and like if we were on a high ground, what could we do? If we were like instead of pushing cart, what could we like? Yeah, so like imagine if we were right here. What could we do from this position?
Drop on them.
Would they really want to even push here?
Nope.
Because we can drop on the back line, and then we can have like D.Va, like and then once a card here, D.Va can like enter the fight, or like we can like look to put drop a Lucio on cart. Lucio on cart, for example. But like right here, like let's see how this fight actually transpires because we don't really set up for it well. So we get a kill and we. Okay, so what's wrong with the timing of this ult and like our team? Let's.
The team's not all the way up there, and we didn't watch out for the brig stun.
Yeah, yeah. So like the break stun is a problem, but like if we had like, but while like we're going in for this, or like even before we're going for this, what should we have done? We have a pick as well. No fair, no fear. And the answer is simple, and the answer is simple.
Should have gone in for their backline first.
Yeah,
Again.
we go in, we press W, and like we synchronize our pressure. So like, and Yami, like you should have timed your ult like about a half second after we will go in. Like we just have to like, you know, what's the purpose? Like what's one of the purposes of a main tank? Well, okay, like for example with Brig, for example, what is our main tank for?
To draw aggression.
Yeah, to draw like aggression and like eat some of like the CC and damage. And like main tank is a CC battery, and I hear a lot of people, main tanks on Reddit say, "Oh my God, Ryan or Winston so bad. I eat all CCs," but like they don't realize that's their job. It's their job to eat those CCs and damage and like cooldowns. And when you know if like the enemy uses those cooldowns on our main tank, what can't they do to Yami?
Do you see me?
Yeah, this ult will be free. But instead, like, we have to pop this bubble, which doesn't really cut off anyone. And, like, we don't go in deep enough. Like, this Ana should be paranoid, but she looks comfortable. Like, if you're playing Ana and the enemy team is executing well, then this Ana would be like, ah, I'm scared. But, like, this Ana is even, like, hard scoping and not getting punished. Nice aim, by the way. Imagine having to use a nade to secure that kill. Okay, so
Probably be me.
Ready for battle.
nah, you're.
Could definitely
I was
be me.
considering making you the Ana player, or Ana player,
That's fine. I'm mainly a support player. What do you mean?
and then like Daz can play the Genji.
Easy switch.
Oh, I haven't even been.
Ready for
So okay, let's skip through all this VOD reviewing. To be fair, we kind of did it as well, so can't blame us. I mean, can't blame them.
incoming.
So on defense, it's good. It's like more like it's better in that like we can set up before fights. So like we decide to like set up like around point, and let's see how we do it. Now, what are the potential issues with this position?
It can get surrounded really easily.
Yeah. So yeah, like if there was a Kree here, what could the Kree do?
You can poke him out.
Yeah, you could just get poked out and then like you're forced back here. So a better bet would be like, you know, maybe like you can stay with the team. That's fine. We just set up Yami behind. Like that's gonna be our pincer. Like Yami like behind is gonna be our pincer, and then we just look to engage from like here. You can still drop on backline and do all that good stuff. We could like you could like hide here. That could be an option. The problem is if they're running Mei, it's risky. Or like you could like, you know, hide here, but Yami's already hiding here. So like the best bet might be just to go with the team. But the potential problem is just that they can really shoot you before like you go in. What is Reaper doing? Nice teleport. So we get poked out and then like we're forced to use TP early. I mean our jump early. I'm kind of dumb. And why do we commit our bubble here? Like, unless we get hack on this, like, on this Winston, in which case we could use cut off the healing. Like, this bubble doesn't really do much.
It looks like it was self-preservation,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Let's see. I mean, like, it was 90 HP.
Mm-hmm.
I should have jumped out earlier. Oh, main tank experience. So we use that bubble, and, like, we use that. It is what it is, but, what should we wait for right now?
Cooldowns.
We wait for this bubble to come back, and I think we do. So yeah, it's fine. And so let me see. So what's the problem with this like engagement? And like I don't mean like I don't mean like there's funny haha there's a monkey or like what's the problem with like, you know, Yami and Bebop dropping right now?
it's only 2 people.
No one else was ready.
Yeah, it's a 2v6. So like, and like this comp, like, does it really benefit from like peeking your head and poking?
No.
So we should look to like say, hey, like, don't do anything. I'm hiding. And like we should stay on high ground. Like, look at what they're doing. Like they're just like saying, hey, we're just gonna like AFK our core on the point, and then like we're just gonna have our monkey like take high ground on his own. So we peel off the monkey. We should just like look to chill. But because we're scouted out, like the Reaper can chase Yami, and then yeah, 5v6. And we go out and engage on the Ana, which is good. We have our like pincer behind. We have like our pincer behind like right here. And okay, and by way devout, you could look to like, you know, you can look to like 1v1 this Widow if you see her. But Ana is also really good. So we get the Ana, and like the moment the Ana is hacked, let's see if we're all shooting. How does Ana escape? I think we lost our main damage source. Why didn't we chase the Ana? This Ana's living like rent-free in this hotel when she should be in the grave. And yeah, like it's just a bunch of small issues which compounded to larger ones. I mean, it's okay, it happens. So right here we have Coalescence. We could look for an early engage.
Hello there.
Nothing's gonna stop.
So
Time to raise my APM.
so this isn't like the Rhine comp anymore. So like, what does that mean for like, you know, for example, Bubby? What does that mean? What can you do like more of that now that the Rhine's gone and they're not running like us Brawly?
Dive into more.
You can like, you know, use your jump. You don't need to like save your jump or have like as well staged like engages as much. So anyways, where should Sombra be?
Sombra should still be near point A.
Yeah, Sombra should be like set up like somewhere here, and then like afterwards we could look to.
My
Yeah.
APM.
So we engage on Widow. Great, we killed a Widow. And now like we can keep the momentum going. Okay, let me, and then we get the Brig. Wait, how do we lose 3 though?
I'm gonna shoot you down.
Reaper ult.
Time to raise my APM.
Let me see.
Ouch. I'm gonna shoot you down.
Why are we playing so split though? Well, like the thing with this comp is it's not like, even though there are like people on the flank right now, like there are people on the flank who could look to punish this. The idea is that like even if they try to punish, like if they're not in the position to do it, then like we might lose 1, but like if as long as we have like everyone together, then we'll get like 2, 3, or 4 in return. So like, but like the thing is we cannot be splitting like this. We go for this Widow, and like we should be like looking to like maybe, hey, we should be looking to use like teleport right now to teleport up to like the high ground and look to go in. Or like with Moira, like with Lucio, we should be looking to wall ride all the way to here. With Moira like can like look to stay like from a more secure position because like Moira is calling right now, but we should not be like so split like this. Otherwise, like, you know, this Diva's, our backline is just going to like get like traded, and we don't want that. Like, we want our backline to be particularly like, it's a 6-person, it's called 6-man dive. You want your backline to be like engaged in the dive. Like in this comp, like the backline like no longer really just like indirectly supports the dive. The backline says, hey, our monkey goes in, woo, we're all on the adventure together. But we do win this fight though. But like, what should we be doing right now? Look at where our like the rest of us are.
Probably fall back a little and stabilize,
Yeah.
set up a new angle.
Yeah, fall off and like S key out, and then like look to like set up on high ground again, for example. But
I'm out of here. Be right back.
anyways, so like this is fine. Like we could have everyone on high ground. Oh shit, I forgot. Like this would be fine if this was like brawl. If this was brawl, because we could have Bubby then like look to like drop here, and then like we could like go for the back line. But what's the problem with doing this against like this comp? What's the problem with like splitting apart like this?
They
They
could
have
just jump
the
on it.
CC, and yeah, they can turn on any flankers.
Yeah, it's easier for them to control the map, and even though like this comp still kind of sucks, looks like hero band comp, hero pool, Overwatch League hero pool comp. They still like it's still easier for them to just force us out of the flank. So like we have to like stay like together against this comp, especially as they're also running they're also running like, you know, a half dive comp, and they can look to like force out anyone who is split or force them back to their team, and like also punish these splits a bit more and force us to use cooldowns. But like, so like right here, I think our core should really be on high ground, and then like, but like look at like what mistake they're making. Never in like, what's the mistake they're making right now? Look at the enemy positioning.
Their Kree split off and can easily get dove.
Yeah, the Kree is like extremely split right now,
Taking off. Nerf this.
and we have to be calling. I mean, like, Laugh. I do understand like your like saying, but
My will made real. The payload is approaching its
Nerf this.
But like the moment like we notice this, like, let's see if anyone scouts this out. Like, look at this Kree. This Kree is like the freest bait ever. It's not even bait.
Eject.
It's like a free kill.
I've sighted the enemy.
Nerf this.
Oh, so like we didn't have D.Va scout this, but in the future, like if we notice like anything like this, if we notice that the enemy's playing like very hard split against us, then what we should be trying to do is we should be looking to punish this, and like forget about these people for now. Like it's a scrim, so like kind of forget about this. Like we should be hopping on this Kree, like. And then, like, once we do it, we can look to stabilize, and then we can circle around their backline and look to finish from there. But, like, let's look at this engage. Let's pretend like this Kree wasn't stupid, and... So we get a D.Va bomb, man.
Suiting up. Routing power to forward shield. Nerf this.
And we look, and we, like, you know, look to engage here, but
Routing power to forward shield.
they lose one. Let's take a look.
Routing power to forward shield.
So, like, we disengage, but, like, but Yami, you were, like, in the fight for a bit too long, so, yeah.
Yeah, no, I fit uncontrollably.
Nah, it's fine. It happens. This comp is pretty fast, so it's hard to... And yeah, like a couple small mistakes. Sometimes it's a big mistake, sometimes it's just a couple small mistakes. So right here, let's see what we do. We have, we're setting up behind. We have Sombra set up behind. And we EMP and we all go in. Good. Good. So, right here we're set up to engage right here. Why do we pop bubble here? Like, instead of popping bubble passively, like, what should we be doing? Like, look at what they're walking into. And also like, don't split like this. What are they? Let's pretend the Moira wasn't here. Let's pretend the Moira was here. What are they doing? What are they walking into right now?
Pillbox, right?
Yeah, like they're walking into like where we want to engage. Like right here, we have like we're set up to engage here. So like, why are we like set up where in our staging positions? Like, oh, hello, poke, hello, just poke us out. So like the moment we see that they're just going in without clearing this angle first, what should we be doing right now? We have ults to back it up and still, let us stay in. So
Should be W keying into them.
we should be going in. Like the moment they enter into like this area, oh, it happens. Fuck. The moment that it go in here, boom, we just all collapse on them, and they're dead. They can look to grab this, but we have we can try to eat it. We can try Moira can disengage, and it still won't solve the problem that we're in closed space, and this comp wants to poke, but we're just gonna go on them, and boom, easy win. But instead, we're just sitting here passively.
This is going to hurt.
We get naded, and then we're forced to give space, and suddenly they get rewarded for their mistake, and we try to go in, but this disengage is so hurried that we just fall apart. So instead of recognizing that the enemy fucked up, we gave the enemy too much respect. The moment that they sent their really squishy backline, I mean it is break free, but still doesn't matter as long as we time it right. But the moment that they sent their backline just into our closed space that we're holding, we finish the fight. We win. We just go in. WN. And that's what I mean when I say we should be aggressive. It doesn't mean that we should be mindlessly aggressive. We shouldn't be Wing into Rein, but if we're set up for a fight and the enemy is not trying to before the enemy is trying to going to execute their own plan, we just execute our own plan first. If they walk into where we're set up, we just go in, no fear. If we and since we're set up for the fight, we don't have to use cooldowns, we don't have to jump, we don't have to use boosters, we don't have to use fade, we don't have to use wraith form. So if the engage fails, fuck yeah, we're out of here. And then we can just set up again. This comp's really good at disengaging. So, but anyways, if we don't capitalize on these opportunities well enough, then it's gonna be really hard for us to find success with this comp. So let's spend the last 10 minutes watching an example from Dallas Fuel, and I'm not gonna go over everything. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be overly analytical, but I'm just gonna go over how well they know how to execute their aggression, and how well they know how to set up for fights, and also how confident they are. Fearless might be a great player, but Fearless is the name of their philosophy. They're never afraid to go in, and they always play dirty. They never let the enemy just play how they want. Okay, this is the wrong version. This is all the weird wacky ass hero pool version. Fuck that.
Are you gonna share the Volskaya game? You should, man.
No, that one was Dallas Fuel fucking up on loop for 5 minutes. Sorry, just had to turn on the lights. Okay. So let's take a look at Fuel versus Hunters, and I'm sure it's long enough that spoilers don't really matter, but yeah, Fuel. This match was really interesting because Fuel Hunters were expected to win because they had Far and Fuel had no hit scan, but Hunters just like Pandas, they fail to fuck when it matters.
This was what you were showing in video 3 of your rush comp, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you've seen it, then it's just.
I mean, I definitely want to watch it again now that I kind of know a little bit more about what their aims are.
Yeah. I'll go over specifically recognizing those opportunities, go aggressive. So right here, they're running like this spam comp, and what does the spam comp want? Like specifically, like look at this space. If we allowed him to, if like Feel allowed him to take this space, what would happen? It's really long. This is like a really close space.
They would just be able to poke them out for no, like they wouldn't have to worry about losing anybody.
Yeah, yeah, and also like are hunters in a position to punish and engage right now? Like look what Jinmu, where Jinmu is.
Yeah, they probably couldn't punish that right there.
Yeah, like Gaga isn't even set up, so you know, Feel are just like fearless. Go 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 and boom, boom. Good boop on Gaga, and then yeah, they just finished the fight. But let's go on to next fight. And they switched to like this weird. I mean, Solitorb there. What the fuck? But okay, so like now, like what's the difficulty with hunters? So like where is Feel gonna hold? Like what will hunters struggle with now? Now that like they lose the point, they lose like, you know, this whole space.
Engaging because they can't really dive on anything.
Yeah, and this space is like really like good for Fuel, like really good, and like but like holding this space is not enough. Like holding this corner might not be enough because they can look to send players here, you can look to send players here, and look to split the choke. But so like when like hunters go in, guess what Fuel are gonna do? When hunters like, you know, start like coming out, what is Fuel just gonna do?
They're just immediately gonna engage on them so that the flanks don't matter.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill 2 or 3, and then that's the team fight.
Yeah. Yeah, like the moment that they walk into like Feel's kill box, boom. They commit specifically, but the moment they walk into it, then boom. They just go in and like it's an easy team fight win. But more importantly, like they give a bit of time for like hunters to commit, and then like they go in. If they engage like, you know, like outside here, then like it would have been, they could have just like saying, "Oop, we're out of here."
Yeah, backed up. Yeah.
So now like Feel know that like because like all tracking now should be pretty good, but now Feel know that hunters are gonna have like nano engage, and like Feel don't want that. So look at what they're gonna do. So they're gonna set up their Sombra here, they're gonna set up their Tracer here, and then no shots, they just go in. Like from like the beginning of this match until now, like Feel have controlled every fight. So if you were hunters, would you be boomed right now?
I know, I'd be mentally boomed.
And so like, and the reason they did that like so early, like they could have did it here. They could have did it like in here, but like the reason is because like they know they have a nano engage, but like in order to get value out of a nano engage, you have to have like players set up like in position to follow up. You can't just send a nano monkey and have him do his job. But like, is there okay? So like you're the backline, but the Feel's engaging here. Where are you gonna set up your backline? In spawn, yeah. So Feel like they just go in, they give no space for like hunters to like set up their engage, and boom. So like this fight now, it's gonna be hard for Feel to win because you know, this little bitch exists, and like this fight is very scrappy because Feel like hunters like they do go in and like they do get a couple kills, and Feel they do try to counter engage, but Rally basically counters a dive. So they lose 2 or 3. So this fight's not really interesting to look at. It's just really scrappy. Hunters, they did like, you know, play it well though. They popped the Rally at the right time. So like right here, let's look at how like Feel capitalize on opportunities and how the Sombra is really important for scouting. So let's look at Doha. What does he see right now? What is the golden egg?
So he sees Monkey split off by himself.
Monkey split apart from the team, so like he's just say hello, and then look at what happens. And then like they engage, they kill the monkey. Great. Well, what do?
They wait for their cooldowns inside the room.
Yeah, they wait to stabilize. And then like, despite the grab, and then after they stabilize, and then they go in again, and then boom, fight's over. So anyways, in conclusion, like, we covered, like, these things, like, a couple things involved, but, like, more importantly, we have to, first of all, like, on attack, like, against a brawl comp, don't head on into, like, death balls. We want to, like, look to place some players around it, or we want to, like, look to go around. We want to look to, like, flip the map. And also, like, with the decisiveness, like, we just have to, like, not be scared of them. Like, sometimes we have ults, but like we're not jumping into the back line when we could, because like we have ultimates, we have like, you know, beat, we have like Cole, we have even EMP, but like we're just not committing well enough. And the most important thing is we have to like look to, when we have those ults, like look at Fuel, like they're not scared, and like they're not scared against Overwatch League level players. We should not be scared, because like we're not going against Overwatch League players. Like we shouldn't be, like, we should fear even less, because like we're against like Plat Diamond players. Do you think they can really like reliably punish like aggression? Or they just like haha hammer go swing swing swing, or and like, you know, boom. And then like if we just go in, then they don't know how to react. So like, why are we like so scared sometimes with alts? We shouldn't. We just like go into fights and say, hey, like, what are you gonna do? Like, we have ults, we're just gonna go in and kill your backline. And what's your Rein gonna do? Nothing, because like we're breaking from behind. We're not going in from the front. And on defense, like we just need to like go in. Like when they enter like our kill box or like area of influence, like we're set up like behind them, but like why aren't we like going in like when, like, you know, they go past the Reaper who's set up on the high ground? Like we just have to like look for those opportunities, and then like we just go in, we just go aggressive. And since we're set up, like we were set up to disengage as well if needed. Like Winston, Diva, Reaper, Sombra, Moira, Lucio, those heroes have one thing in common: they can all just say bye bye, bye bye. I'll just go out. I'll just like exit the fight and look to engage again later. So like when they just go into like our area of influence, we just go in. No fear. If we lose a fight, we lose quickly. We regroup really quickly, because we are really mobile. You have to realize, like, we lose a fight like in like a position, like we come back in like 10-15 seconds. So yeah. But anyways, I just want to focus on those things for now. Don't want to overwhelm you, like, y'all with too many things. But yeah, I hope like it clarified some things, and yeah, like that's the end of this review.
Awesome.
Any questions, by the way?
None from me.
Oh, perfect. So, anyways, I'm gonna have to like, you know, fill in for Galactic Juice, like, so I'm gonna go now. But anyways, have a good rest of your day, everyone, or night, or yeah. Anyways, see ya.
Goodbye, Mr. Fearless Void.
Fuck Void.
See you guys.
See ya.
One, two.